Generico agree to these severe stipulations for the match.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the 500th time in the WWE slash Ring of Honor slash Independent, wherever else they've fought. These two have basically fought each other. We pulled it up before.
Yeah, we got to show this. Match. We got to maybe put, I don't know if we can put up my phone, but
I have the screenshot up.
Yeah, we got to get a screenshot on a stream.
Yeah. These two have been going at it for a long time, man. Like 2004, 20 years. They've been going at it, man. 20 years. If they don't know each other back to front by now, then yeah, I'd be surprised. So, you know.
Wow.
Kevin Steen versus El Generico in IWS Hardcore Heat 2004. I feel like we should go back and watch that match and see what it's like to get ourselves excited for this one. But this is
they had a total of 109 matches.
Holy okay. Yeah, 109 matches. Wow. That is insane. I didn't even realize on this this cage match website, there's like a second page for them.
Yeah, that's why it's clicked on.
Yeah. There's a second match. So they had a match in 2003. Wow. Okay, this is like a tag team match.
But I don't know if this is recent. But they saying their last match was in 2023.
Man, I cannot remember the match for the life of me on SmackDown. Like, why would they have a match on? It wasn't even a dark match. It says a singles match. So it ended in a no contest. Like, what? When was this? I gotta look this up now. Like, when?
I mean,
when did these two face?
Because the last storyline I remember of them was when they were the champs and they were going against the Bloodline.
Yeah, that's.
But did they have
something to do then?
Did they have something after that?
Yeah,
I mean, because after that, didn't Sami win the Intercontinental Championship for a little bit?
Yeah, he went on that was after, like, when he went. Did he go to? He left the Bloodline, right? Like that, like he left the whole Bloodline story, and that's when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn split up. I think, did Kevin Owens go to the different brand or Sami Zayn? But Sami Zayn then he went on his own journey. He was no longer Sami Uso, and then he came back again this time around. But I just read now, so I'm going to read this out. After joining the Bloodline in 2022 as the honorary Uso, who he's back to being now, Zayn began a feud with Owens by the start of 2023 and wrestled each other on the January 20th episode of SmackDown. So, yeah. So it was early 2023, which is probably why I can't remember. This was towards the end of that, towards when they were still in the feud with Kevin Owens and Bloodline. And then he must have turned after that, because, then they must have started that storyline with a team up. And then they won the tag team championships. What's it? At WrestleMania 40, right?
Yeah.
On night one of that's where they won it.
Yeah, when they were in a hockey outfit.
Yeah. That's
like the last, before the KO and Cody match. From what I remember, the last time KO and Sami was had something together, it was before he went and had the championship match, and KO met him backstage and hyped him up.
Yes. That was a cool moment. Yeah. At WrestleMania, right? Against Gunther.
Yeah. That was that was the last time I remember them two meeting. And then he comes and kind of tries to support him with Cody. So it's not enough heat there, man. It's just kind of okay, put the two Canadians back together again for this.
Would this happen? Do you think this match would have happened if it wasn't in Canada?
Nope.
Right? Then I think that's the main reason for this match, I feel. I feel like because we're in Canada, Triple H or whoever the creative team is that's behind the decision making right now, look, I'm enjoying the international PLEs. They have good crowds. Canada's an okay crowd compared to the European ones. The European ones are kind of next level. Mm-hmm. But he does really like to put stars onto different shows and even put on big events. We saw the whole thing in Scotland, right? Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill lost the tag team titles to one of two Scottish wrestlers who one of them's not even the one's not even there anymore. She's just got released in Isle of Dawn. He really loves to just be yep, cool. If it's a home country, put them there, get that pop. We need it. It's like a top priority for him, it feels like. So this match, I definitely feel is rushed. I feel like the segments that they had before were good, but it's as you said, they needed more. It feels like it needs more substance. Like, we had the crazy match with KO and Cody Rhodes, which I felt like did a pretty good job in terms of building that feud up. They had that went on for months. Like, think of how long that feud was between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Like, they built that up from, was it Bash at Berlin, where they were sort of friends, and then Kevin Owens suppressing his anger. That was such a long build up, and we had such a good sort of run with that. This is just like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like, and now we're revisiting an old story which we've sort of already seen before, with friends turning on each other's back again. I don't know. I feel like this is too quick. If this is the plan for WrestleMania, then maybe this is part one. But to have such they call it an unsanctioned match, which I have no idea what that means. Like, what does that even mean? Like, unsanctioned match? This is like, this is like how The Rock talks, I want you to be my champion. I will take your soul. An unsanctioned match. Like, all these terms are like, what? What? Is this like a no rules match? Is it a weapons match? Is it like a counts count any, like falls count anywhere? I don't know what this means. I wish they would explain it so I know what I can sort of anticipate.
Like, maybe it's like unofficial. So what if they just? Yeah. Why they can't have no ref and all that?
Yeah, it's just a fight.
Yeah, it's just a fight. just
no refs.
You just beat each other up until unsanctioned match.
I have no idea what this means, man. I'm guessing there's going to be a ref, and I guess they're going to have to explain it a little bit better than. I've never heard of this before. I've heard of a lot of terms, that we've seen: tribal combat, no rules, like no disqualifications. Like, they're all sort of interchangeable, but unsanctioned. I've never heard of this match before, so I don't really know what this is going to be like. This is, I'm guessing, not going to be the main event because it's a chamber match. So this one might fit in somewhere between the women's and men's chamber match, I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
I don't know when this is going to fit in. But I mean, look, these two are great wrestlers. To put a positive spin on it, it's going to be a good match. But I'm just like you. For two such accomplished wrestlers, I want more story at this time of year. Like, with these two who are key parts, like A-listers, like, it's a little bit disappointing to see them just having a exhibition match, it feels like.
Why are they on Raw or SmackDown?
Kevin Owens is on SmackDown and Sami Zayn is on Raw. It's all blurred now. Around WrestleMania time, it all gets blurred. Like, it's all just gets into one. Because
the only thing that could save that is because the way they set it up, the unsanctioned match, it reminds me of, like, how you go to like a gym or something, and then they make you sign a waiver, like, if you get hurt, like, it's on you, like, we're not legally responsible. So if they set up like that, like, okay, they meet in the ring. Okay, Sammy, once you sign here, if anything happens, if you get killed or the worst happens, it's not on us. So sign here if you really want this, and then he signs it, and then it turns the whole thing of, like, KO, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do what Randy and Cody couldn't, and just keep you put you down for good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That would be a good little segment. So they've teased that a little bit, because I think when was it on last Raw? I think they had it. So Sami Zayn came out and he's cutting a promo where he was like talking about Kevin Owens and how he basically took him out and all that stuff. And then Pierce comes and says, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't do this." And then that's when he says, "It's not official. It's unsanctioned." And it's like, ooh, but we don't know what that means. But yeah, if they do something like that, like either next week on Raw or maybe the SmackDown, he has to sign some kind of waiver and be like, "Yep, cool, whatever happens here, it's on you, Sammy." But I like the point that you brought up, the second part, which was like tying it back to like the other feuds that Kevin Owens has had recently. So this is not it's not Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens. It's actually Sami Zayn, basically fighting on behalf of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton for all the stuff that Kevin Owens does. It's like Cody couldn't do it. He tried. He freaking Alabama slammed you into a ladder, and I don't know how you survived that, but you survived. And then Randy Orton you took out for months on end. So more revenge there. So if they do something like that and they build that, I feel like I could get into that a little bit more. And maybe that's the plan going forward. But maybe this should have just been a regular match if that's the case. Because this kind of, if they do an unsanctioned match on this episode on Elimination Chamber, what are they going to do on WrestleMania? If this is the match for WrestleMania, what other plans have they got for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for WrestleMania? It feels like Bloodline stuff is not really picking up that much at this stage for Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens.
Yeah, they may not.
So if this is, so what are they going to do for, like, is this going to be another unsanctioned match? Are we going to have back-to-back, or is it going to be like an Extreme Rules match or Hell in the Cell maybe? I hope they don't do Hell in the Cell. Hell in the Cell I think should be reserved for, maybe like once a year, because that's where they really have an impact. And we had one recently, so I hope they don't do that one. But it just leaves me thinking, what are they going to do next? But hey, who knows? There's some potential here. If they do a good job here, they can salvage this. So,
I don't see them going to Mania though.
You don't think this is going to be their Mania match?
I mean, I see, like we said, like they just here because of they're Canadian, but I don't see them like. Yeah, I don't see a KO and Sami match in Mania. I mean, because it's no telling what happened like between now and Mania, but if anything, KO will have something by himself by the time Mania comes.
I mean, he's running out of opponents now. Like he's taken out Cody. I mean, he's had a match with Cody Rhodes. Sami Zayn. I guess Randy Orton's the next one for him. If they bring Randy Orton back, and that would be a pretty good match for Kevin Owens, I think, because that could, it would be a great match. But I mean, that like friendship lasted a long time. But it feels like it's just so less time. Like I feel like maybe it's maybe there's more time than I'm thinking there is, and there's enough weeks for them to get that story. But if Randy Orton comes back, maybe Randy Orton comes back at Elimination Chamber. Who knows? Didn't he come back at last Elimination Chamber? Was that the one, or was it last to last? That was a big one, right? The CM Punk returning one. Was that last year?
Yeah, that was War Games.
That was War Games. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't Elimination Chamber. Yeah, the cage. Got me confused. But all right. So let's see, man. There's some potential. I'll say I'm a little bit pessimistic, but let's hope. Like maybe there is something that they can do to salvage this match. And hey, it'll be a good match at least. These two are going to put on a good show. Bare minimum. These two are good wrestlers, so that's going to be good.